Hey guys, welcome back to Game Borders. We are doing another radical review again.
Radical!
I'm Spencer.
I'm Stallone.
And I'm Drayden.
And today we're going to be looking at Architects of the West Kingdom. This is one of the 3 games that this designer is going to come out with. He already came out with Raiders of the North Sea, and he'll be coming out with Paladins of the West Kingdom. So let's get into what we thought of this game.
Let's get into it, huh?
Yep.
Dun, dun.
Well, hopefully you'll fare better than the last game. All right, so right off the gate, we'll go right into the art.
Okay.
So the art on this, just like I can't do a review of this and not mention Raiders of the North Sea.
It's true.
The art is almost identical, and I love the art in that one, and I love it in this one. I gave it an 8.
You want to go to me?
Yeah, let's go to you.
I'll hit this one. Okay. You take a 10.
Yeah.
I went with a 6, but I could easily be bumped up to a 7. It did remind me of Raiders of the North Sea because it was practically the same. But something about Raiders of the North Sea looked the Viking style, and I get that it makes sense with how these guys look because it's architects. But
more
something about it looked
Raiders.
more, I don't know, more serious or something. It was. I mean, I think it's probably
Wait,
the
this
same.
one or Raiders?
No, I'm saying Raiders was a little.
Yeah, Raiders look more
look
serious.
That's what I'm saying.
hardcore. This one
Raiders
looks more like
hardcore.
The characters in this are more warped.
Yeah, and that's I didn't like it as much, so I would. If I was going to put Raiders at an 8, which I can't remember if I did or not, but I'm going to say I did. I'm bringing this to a 6 or 7. So
Okay.
I liked it.
6 or
I thought it
7,
was-
which one, dude? Don't
I
play with
would
me.
rather 7.
Okay.
I would rather 7 because it was above just
right.
barely average. So
All right. Yeah. So you got it. I don't need to say my score. No, my art was 7, but I want to go up to 8 because I want to bring my overall average up because I really like this game.
Smudging the
anything
numbers,
for the
look at the
averages.
books.
I get it. I get it.
I really like this game, but the distorted characters is kind of a drag on it, but not enough to make me hate the game at all. And
Okay.
I really like the game, so
Sweet. Well,
I like
now let's go into game components. Another just total win for this game,
Oh, yeah.
in my opinion. The player mats are great. Cards are great.
everything's solid.
Workers, yeah, they're all
Yep.
like good wood. I gave it another 8.
Yep.
So,
I think we can both agree on that. I gave it another
Yeah.
8 too. I think where Raiders had better art, this one I felt like had better components.
I think so too, because like the wood meeples, they're a little bit better
They looked-
designed.
yeah, better
Yeah.
design.
Gold was
you
better.
can actually tell what things are. Like the
Marble.
gold isn't just a chunk, the silver's not just a chunk.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess the silver is, but you got the platinum
Did
or marble,
Raiders
whatever
have
we call it.
metal coins.
No,
It does have
Okay.
metal coins.
it didn't have metal coins. That would be the one downfall to this versus Architects.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I gave it an 8. I thought all the components were perfect, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. My components, once again, I'm gonna bump it up to a 7. It was a 6. I want that average up. I want this game to be great. The only thing, the downside is the non-metal dice
Yep.
or coins.
Coins.
But you're dealing with metal coins. The coins on this were great, but now that I know there's metal coins out there,
It's hard not to.
yeah.
Personally, to me, if this had metal coins, then the game components would have been a perfect 10 for me. That's
I can
how
see
good
that.
it is.
I could have
I
bumped
did
it
like
up.
the
I could have
resources
bumped it up.
on this were more defined, I guess.
Yeah, the wood
There's
looked
still
like
the
little
solid
plates or
wood, but you
something.
actually knew what the resources were. So.
Yeah. So anyway, let's go to length.
Right.
Length, I did bump it down just a hair, 7.
Okay.
It went pretty quick. It wasn't like I was sitting there like, man, this game's taking forever. How long have we been sitting here? It actually feels like it plays a little faster
Yeah.
than
I
Raiders.
would say that.
But it's not perfect length. I think it's good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's not perfect.
I'm going to have to disagree. I moved my length to an 8 because I thought just playing it, it was longer. I think it took us, an hour or 45, close to 2 hours maybe, but the whole time I was going, I felt like I was close to doing stuff, and I felt like it went fast. What we were doing just felt fast.
All of your goals were 1 or 2 turns out, pretty much, it seemed like.
It felt like, yeah.
So
Except for mine.
that's
Horrible.
well,
The
you're doing
winner's
good.
goal.
Yeah.
In the winner circle, yeah.
Yeah. So I liked the length of this game. It was the progression was easy to see, so you could tell how long you had to go when it was getting towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
Right.
There was a point where I was like, oh no, I didn't do enough things and I can't win, but
Right.
Yeah.
really liked the length. So my length was a 7.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
So let's just go into downtime. To me, I think that the turns actually went by really fast. I mean, you place a worker, do the thing, it's like super fast. There's not a lot of calculating during the turns.
Yeah.
I gave it a 9. I think the downtime
Okay.
was dang near perfect on this to me.
Okay, okay.
So just because the only time it even slowed down for a second was when you were going to build something, and
Yeah.
even then, it didn't take long.
Okay.
I mean, you're not dealing with scads of resources.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 9. I don't care what you I do not care.
That's fine, that's fine. I just gave it a 6.
I'm talking, yeah, he's talking down, I'm going down.
No, I gave it a 6. I felt like there was, it did feel like there was some downtime, but once we started going, all of us were pretty experienced gamers, so we knew it was like, okay, what's my next move? What's my next move? So I felt like
You are
with
thinking
us,
ahead.
It went fast. However, if you had somebody in there that wasn't so sure what they were going to do, even at some points with us playing, there was points where it's like, okay, do I want to do this or this? And you're kind of sitting there for a little bit. It didn't feel bad, but I just still feel like there was that little bit of downtime
Even
in there.
that
And
time
I don't
when,
know.
like, even when I had to think of my move on my turn, it was still pretty easy. And the way the game's set up is you only got one move, so as I'm going through my turn, once I finish it, pretty much the next person can go, even though I'm finishing up. So
Yeah. There's a lot of
downtime
times.
to me,
Oh,
eight,
sorry.
eight.
Yeah, 8.
Eight.
8 for me.
I agree. Yeah, like
Edit mine to a 7. They've talked me into it.
Nice.
Go up.
That's what I
you're
like to
right.
hear.
It was fast. It was one.
there's a lot of
piece
times
cake.
I was playing and then I would like, okay, my turn's done, so I go look like at my phone or something. And
Yeah.
like, Spence, it's your turn again. Like, whoa, what the frick? I didn't even get a response to
Got
my
me
boom.
in an 8. You want me in a 9? I'll do it.
Find out. You can, like, the rounds go quick if you
Yeah.
never moves.
Oh yeah, if everybody's ready to go, it goes by quick. So yeah,
Okay,
7. I'm moving
so
up to
now
7.
the setup and cleanup. Yeah, the dark side of the moon for this
dark
game.
side of the makers.
Aside
is
from
it?
the cards, I didn't think there was much of a bad of a setup. That bad of a setup.
Well,
Everything baggy.
I gave it better than just a neutral. I gave it a 6 because I think it's actually easier to set up than Raiders.
Yeah.
And while you did have a lot of like, you've got to put out your rewards, you got to put out your black market, you got to put out your debt and all that other stuff. So that did take a minute to set up. It's not, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad for what is involved in the game and just how big the game is.
That's fair. I went with a 4 because I think it's with all of these games. I love them to death. I love how much is going on. I love all the
Yeah.
things you can do. But with all the more things you can do, the more you have to take out, the more you have to clean up.
Got to hire that butler to set it up for you,
Gotta
right?
hire a butler, and then it'll make it
That'd
all
be
worth it. But I
bad.
mean, we're talking. You got tokens, and you've got cards, and you got to place cards in certain
do all the
places,
piles,
and the
yeah,
piles.
all the
I
resources.
mean, it just once you get to a game that's so grand like this one, I mean, it just takes a little bit more extra time. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm
It's
saying
worth
it
it.
does take
How
more time.
set in that score are you? Can I talk you
You
up?
could talk me up to a 5. Like I said, I mean, I like the game, so I don't know if that affects my setup cleanup.
My setup was at a 7, just because the only other thing that you had to separate was the cards. Everything
Yeah.
came in a bag. It's not like you're dumping out a bag of tokens and separating them all.
That's
They're all
true.
Yeah,
individual.
but once you're cleaning it up, most of the tokens are mixed. You got to separate. Can I talk you down to a 5?
No, impossible.
All right, time to freaking mud wrestle.
So I'm gonna get my oils. Let's get wrestling. Let's get
All right,
wrestling.
Before you guys get into that, let's go into the replay of
Good
this.
call, good call.
Yeah, so the replay on this, I gave it a 7. I feel like I could have. It's a fairly long game. I feel like I could have just jumped right into another game on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I don't see it diminishing through different plays. I mean, maybe
No.
if you're like constantly playing it every day, of
yeah.
every
There's
week.
a lot of different
But that's-
strategies you can try on this
But
game.
yeah, you could easily. I mean, you put this away for a week, pull it out again, and you're refreshed, ready to go.
Yep.
I agree, and
Always
that's
ready to
why
be the
I
architect.
gave my replayability a 9.
Did I say I gave it a 7?
Yeah,
I
you
gave it a
said
7. You
said
gave it a
7.
9.
I'm giving it a 9. I'm talking. This is a game that you buy, and sure, you don't play it every day.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but you can't play any game every day. But it's a game that every time you want to get involved in a pretty heavy game that's fun, and honestly, even though it's pretty long, feels pretty fast. Freaking pull out
If you
Architects, why
have
not?
an hour or two to spend, this game is
Oh
one
yeah,
you can
it's a
just pull
well
out.
hour
yeah.
spent. So I would say
Yeah.
replayability is mine is a 9 because it not only that, but there is a lot of different ways to win. Ended up winning, and I still felt like it was like, okay, let's go again. That worked. What else would work?
Yeah.
You know, and I just don't see how I would get. I mean, eventually you're going to get bored of anything, but
Right.
it would take a while. Take a long
Yeah,
time.
I was. I felt like I was always on the edge of winning, but I was.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know really where I was at actually, but my replayability, it's going up. It was a 7, now it's an 8.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
could probably go up to
Yeah.
9 because I love these types of games.
Yeah.
Worker placement, there's so much different levels to the
different
strategy,
things to
and
do.
Yeah.
you don't know what your overall score is until the end of the game, and that is fun to me because
Yeah, I liked that a
you're always
lot.
thinking you're a step behind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
'cause it
feel like
doesn't-
everyone was losing.
In this game, it doesn't have your victory score tracker,
Yeah.
so yeah, you don't know where everybody's at.
really
You feel
don't.
like you're doing crappy or good, but you don't know how everybody else is playing and
Yeah,
faring. So
it's interesting.
I liked it a lot. So my overall for this game is an 8. I can't remember what I gave Raiders, but I freaking loved this game.
Yeah.
It's an 8. I want to buy it.
Oh yeah.
I'm sad that this isn't my copy. Let's just say that.
Yeah, there's time, but there's
I
time.
know.
I gave mine also an 8. I loved it too. I thought it was a way fun game. It was fun, easy to play, and felt like it was pretty easy to understand. My one thing is we did play it a little bit wrong with once you gather your workers
Right.
back,
Yeah.
which might hurt it, but I really just see it helping because
Yeah,
it
I
just
think
makes it
that just
more
adds
intense and
another
interesting.
like
It would
yeah,
probably get me a little
aspect
bit
to
more
it.
frustrated, so I don't know if I'd be able to bump it up to a 9 because of my frustration levels. But
Well,
it would be fun.
It would make it so you manage your workers a little
Yep.
bit better, I think.
I
Instead of
definitely
just
think so.
going full bore,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it would be different.
blowing your workload. You got to manage.
My overall, I wrote it down as a 7, but none of these scores stayed the same. So I'm going to go to a 9.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
I like it.
dang near a
I like
perfect
it.
game.
The worker
I'm not
placement
surprised.
games, they're so fun to me. And I just love everything about
It's
them.
a good time.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's a great game. So, well, there you have it, guys. That's our scores.
That's Architects right there.
Architects of the North or of the West Kingdom.
Not
If I didn't have to
north
buy other
anymore.
games to review, I'd buy this one first.
Right.
Yep.
So,
Look into it.
what we're going to do, and you guys can check in and stay tuned, but we're going to do a versus video where we pin this up against Raiders of the North Sea.
Whoa.
We'll let you
Spoilers,
guys
I
know.
think you already get a good feel of
This
what's
is-
happening.
I don't know. I loved them both. It's anybody's
They're
game.
both fun. It'll be fun. It'll
But-
be interesting. Tune
yeah.
in and check it out.
Such
for
a hot
sure.
drop, I didn't even know about this.
Whoa.
Yeah, you guys are hearing it first. I haven't even discussed with these guys, so you guys are the first to know. Then I'll discuss it with
Yeah.
everybody else that's
You
not
guys knew
aboard.
before we did.
All right. Well, until next time, give us a thumbs up if you like the video.
Like it, subscribe it,
Subscribe.
hit the bell.
Yep. Do the bell. Do the comments. Do the
Facebook,
likes.
Instagram,
Follow us on
Twitter,
Facebook.
like them all.
Oh, yeah.
Get after it, guys.
Come on.
All right. Until
What are
next.
you doing with your lives?
All right. I'll see you guys later.
See you guys.